on when I became Aunt Tanis. Today is Sunday, 8 December 2024, and for those of you who read the video descriptions for when I started filming, yes, I did start filming this at approximately, my clock says 3:58 a.m. I woke up early today, and I was like fully rested, and I was like, well, it's better than yesterday where I woke up and I was and I was tired, and I got up, and then I quickly woke up, but today I was like, yeah, I'll just get up. I started Elvis, the 2022 film again. So I got really tired last night, so I'm finishing that. And then I was like, you know what? I'm awake and I feel like I'm gonna film a video, so I'm filming this video. So I'm gonna trying out another When I, Tanis Corley, Leonardi, She, Her, Hers of Seattle, became. Here I talk about when I became Aunt Tanis and contextualize what it means in terms of reproductive trends in my family tree. All right, so this is a bit about my family, and I'll link to that playlist on this YouTube channel. But it's trying not to speak about a little human I have not met yet. Not steal my sister's thunder, so not providing dates and stuff like that, but being like, well, what does that mean, right, in terms of our family? So this past week, the first week of December 2024, I became Aunt Tanis to the first human offspring of my only sister, older than me by multiple years. I now have a nephew named Thomas. I am not going to provide the date of the birth of the child. My sister put a muzzle on us family members, and I choose to be subordinate, listen to her, and obey her silencing tactics. My sister is quite the little Trumpkin, isn't she? Smiley face. Yes, my sister is an avid Donald Trump fanatic. You see, it all started with a show called The Apprentice. Perhaps my nephew was named after Thomas the Tank Engine, the train that goes, I think I can. Perhaps. Perhaps yes. Perhaps my sister's favorite movie. So I have brought up her favorite animated movie. One of her favorites was The Nightmare Before Christmas, but her favorite movie when we were growing up was The Never Ending Story. And those were temporally close together in our upbringing. Thomas the Tank Engine and The Never Ending Story. She, my sister, became first in my family biologically to have a C-section, non-natural childbirth, which bestows upon me the responsibility of carrying on the family legacy of having 100% human offspring by natural childbirth. No pressure. If my Elvis and I get pregnant first of me with my men, then my sister will become Aunt Lindsay to my Elvis and my baby girl named Tachyon. Tachyon would then be the first human niece of my sister by blood/biologically. Elvis and I have only one human offspring. Priming my sister for that biological niece of hers. Didn't get through. Tachyon may grow up to be quite the little actress. All three of us are in the kitchen together. Me, Elvis, me, Tachyon. Me, Elvis, Tachyon. Tachyon goes, Mama, does Papa beat you? Me goes, yes, he does. I can't hit half the notes he does. Elvis comes over to me and gets handsy. Tachyon goes to rehearsal and says, as applicable, don't touch me. We, Elvis and I, are proud of her, especially because I am his Dixie. Tachyon, meanwhile, shouts to the heavens repeatedly, I have only one soulmate. Elvis commands me, if he has not already, you will leave your current institution for me. It sounds like very us, and that child sounds very us. Tachyon gets his sideburns. Her friends tell her they don't get her parents in reference to our age difference, approximately 58 years. It is an attribute people fixate on with our Elvis and my relationship due to the nature of pop music. On her wedding day, Tachyon's, my husband, Elvis, is not the wedding singer And us, her proud parents, wear matching rhodochrosite pink lace garments. Our attire is a reminder of his #1 home life commandment for me: I shall obey him. I have no commandments for him. And then up last for our priming, Tachyon makes her dad and I, Elvis and I, 16 recipes from each of my dad's cookbooks. Okay. All right, continue. So that's the priming for my sister. Should she become, since we're a sister pair, for her to be an aunt would require me to have human offspring. I have not ever been pregnant even, so I beat her to it. I can be a little competitive. Okay. I carry on the legacy of my Aunt Annette of being an aunt and not being heterosexual. She is a lesbian, and I am asexual. So I have only one biological aunt, and she's not heterosexual. And of my generation, my sister and I, the only aunt is non-heterosexual. What's going on with those heterosexuals? Aunts. There are none. Well, even my mom doesn't have any nieces or nephews, and my sister doesn't have any nieces or nephews. Biologically. Okay. Of my sister and I am the first to become an aunt, biological or married into. Her sister-in-law had no human offspring before her offspring, my sister's offspring. So that's kind of cool. Beat her to the punch in my own family and beat her to the punch in the other family because they're a brother-sister pair. So I'm like, two family trees dominated by me. Tanis Corley, Leonard, she, her, hers of Seattle. Tanis supposed to like Presley, she, her, hers of Graceland. Okay. Of my sister, my parents, and I was the first to become a biological aunt or uncle. Yes, my mom, my dad, my sister, none of them have a niece or a nephew, human offspring, biologically. Yeah, I am that competitive. Also, if I have a daughter for my first human offspring, I would be the only child in my entire generation. Like, because I guess my parents are the only people in their generation that reproduced. Their siblings didn't, biologically. So I would be the only child in my generation of my biological family to have a female offspring for my first offspring. My sister chose male. So that's good. And for her, that leaves female open for the taking. And she lost that option by reproducing with the male first. My parents both had offspring, as did my sister, Lindsay. My aunt and uncle had no offspring, biological, same as me. My sister is more like our parents in that way, and I am more like our aunt and uncle in that way. However, if I do have a female offspring first, then I am more like my sister and my parents than she is, because my sister and my parents had female first and only female for 100% of human offspring. So, yeah, but Lindsay became the first in our family, you know, as long as we've been alive, to have a C-section. It's like going straight up the family tree. So that's maybe she wanted that first really, really bad. I don't know. Have not met my nephew Thomas. I have seen a picture that my mom showed me of Thomas with his parents in the operating room after the C-section. But aside from that, no. And my sister did not text me. I learned that the child had been born from my parents. My sister has not included me whatsoever. So there we go. If Thomas ever watches this, now you know, your mother really hates me. Did not even tell me you existed. Came into existence. You were born. So there we go. That's on when I became Aunt Tanis, Aunt Tanis. And again, I'm filming this Sunday, 8 December 2024. And started filming before 4 a.m.